Welcome to Safe Trader family. This is Arvind. Today we are going to talk about a Nifty analysis, both on weekly basis and also on a daily basis. Weekly, that's going to be a weekly report for the budget week. Secondly, on a daily basis for 31st March trading that we are going to encounter on Monday. Okay, so we will watch out for levels, when we need to trade, how we need to trade, and what are the zones that we need to keep in mind. So those are the things that we will talk about now, and hope this will help you in trading and will fetch you good profits. Please keep your pen and paper ready for the levels to write down, and I'm sure you will enjoy watching them. So if you look at on Thursday, it was taking a very good resistance around 17,170 level, and then the next day, that's on Friday, it has opened a gap up opening which was around 17,200 level. And since there were a lot of buyers that came in after the retest, okay, and it went up and was trying to take a resistance around 17,370 level, and it was a great resistance that you have observed it on Friday itself. But after 1:30 or so in the afternoon, you have seen a very huge fall in Nifty. Okay, and that's because there were a lot of FII selling that has been happening, and then we had a very huge downfall. However, if you actually look at, Thursday it was taking a resistance at 17,170 level, and it has opened around 17,200. So which basically means that there is around 40 points of gap between the resistance of Thursday and opening of Friday. So this is gap that has been built up between Friday and Thursday. So now around the same zone, if you clearly observe, that is where there was a consolidation that has been happening in Nifty around 12:52. About 30 minutes of consolidation that has been happening, and then sellers have clearly won the battle, and there was a further fall until the end of the day. Now, based on this, how are we going to react to our next day's trade, which is on Monday? How are we going to plan our trade on Monday? Now, this is the zone where I would call it as a no trading zone, which is between 17,170 to 17,043, which is going to be a no trading zone for us. In case if the market is trading between these levels on Monday, we are not going to take any trade at all. We shall completely avoid trading in this zone. Okay. Now, if the market is trading between these levels, which is like 17,170 to 17,200, which is like 30 points, we consider this zone as a retest zone. Basically means that we would look for an opportunity, or we would look for some level either to buy or ignore. So for example, if the Nifty is shooting up, trying to take a retest again around this level 17,173 and builds up a buying candle, which is a green candle, then above this zone, which is like 17,200, this is where we buy it. Okay, so that is what I call it as a retest zone. If there is a retest that is happening around this zone, we look for a buy opportunity and take our positions. And now our first target will be 17,300 in this case, and second target will be 17,374. Okay, now when you buy a particular index option here, once you cross this target one, once you've reached already, once you've already achieved this target one, your next target will be target 2. However, your stop loss will be 17,300 again. So you are basically trailing your stop losses after your each target is met. So similarly, once this area is breached, once this particular level is breached, then your target will be 17,489 or 490, and your stop loss will be 17,370. So similarly, you would be trailing your stop losses. Now, at the end of the day, our final target would be 17,700, which is very huge for a day like Monday or even Tuesday. Now, this is the zone where I would call it as a selling zone. Okay, which basically means that if Nifty touches this zone 17,700, we are going to short it. We are not going to buy around these levels at all. Okay, we avoid buying around this level. We are going to short it. So you just need to keep these levels in mind, based on your setup, based on your option buying opportunity. When there is a retest that's happening around this retest zone, you buy index option, Nifty option, and then go with a target 1, target 2, and target 3 and target 4 as well. So, and this will be your selling zone. Once this zone is reached, you create a short positions here, or you can take put options if Nifty reaches this position. Okay, and in case if it is on the other side, for example, if Nifty is trading around this zone, you look for an opportunity or a retest that might happen, like it suddenly falls down and takes a retest around 17,443 and crosses this zone, 17,000 zone. Okay, then you take a put position around this area, which is like 15 minutes candle. Wait for that 15-minute candle to close below 17,000 and then take an entry after the 15-minute candle close, and your target will be, first target will be this. Okay, and your second target will be 16,750 will be your second target. And once this target is reached, I would say you close all your put positions or short positions. And for me, this is going to be a buying zone, similar to selling zone that I have explained on top. This is going to be a buying zone where I would buy my positions again and fresh positions and hold for my target on the upper side. Okay, so this is going to be my view on the intraday for Monday. And in case if this is trading flat around this zone, I would not trade it unless if I want to scalp it for every 10 points or 20 points. So I wouldn't be interested in taking any long positions or any short positions around this area. Okay, I would avoid it. So there are three scenarios that we already know. Okay, if Nifty opens flat on Monday, we are not going to take any trade until these zones are breached on the upper side or on the downside. And first, suppose if Nifty opens a gap up, if it is opening a gap up within the zone, again, as I said previously, look for that retest to happen and take a buy position above the zone. Okay, that is one. Or if it is opening a 200, 300 points gap up, for example, if it is trading within the zone, okay, after the gap up, then do not take immediate positions. You wait for at least some retest to happen around 17,200. Okay, then only take your buy positions. Otherwise, if it is trading around 250, 270 zone immediately in the morning, do not take any fresh positions. You need to wait for that retest to happen, then only take your buy positions. Even if it is a gap down or a gap up, please wait for that opportunity to come in, then only take an entry. Or if it has taken a leap of maybe 300 points early in the morning, also then you need to wait for the retest and then take a position around 17,300 at least. So always, even if it is a gap up of 200 points or 300 points, wait for that retest to happen around these zones, 17,200, 17,300 or 17,374. Then only you are taking a buy position. Otherwise, you are not entering into. Or if it is a gap down, similarly, you wait for that retest zone to give you a retest on the downside, then take a sell position or you short position, or you buy a put option around this area. Or if it is a huge gap down, you wait for that level to come back to 17,000 only, then taking a retest, you take a put option to buy. Okay, otherwise we avoid trading in these zones if there is no retest. Okay, so that's going to be a risky trade. If there is a huge upside, you might even see a retest or huge retest, or sometimes you might see a free fall. So because this is going to be a budget week, there is a lot of news that's coming in, both good and bad, and warnings and critical warnings are coming up. So you have to be very, very careful. So please keep these levels in mind, and you may want to make a note of these levels in your notebook, and please keep a close watch on these zones. Very, very important zones for us. Okay, so this is going to be a strategy that we need to follow on 31st Jan, which is on Monday. But how about a weekly strategy that we would like to talk about? Okay, so weekly, because this is going to be a special week for us, a budget week. Okay, and we are expecting huge volatility or huge range bound, or it could be a trending market. So there will be certainly a huge momentum in Nifty and BankNifty. So considering this, what are the levels that we are going to follow, similar to what we have spoken here? So it will be similar to these levels, but on a higher level. And this is mostly useful for option sellers, okay, who are going to take long or short positions for a week or so. So this is going to be helpful for them, probably who are following spread strategies or option selling. So for them, this is going to be more useful. So first thing, we have seen a free fall of continuous 5 days in Nifty, starting from 18th of this month. Okay, and after that, you have seen 2 days of recovery, and then on Friday we have seen again Nifty closing in red. Okay, now here 16,830 is marked as a support zone for us, because that is the low of the current week completely. And of course, it is going to be the complete low of the entire month. Okay. So considering this one as the complete major support zone, okay, this is going to be our major support zone, because for the entire month 16,830 wasn't broken in the complete month. So this is going to be our huge and major support, and our immediate resistance is going to be 17,373 level. This is going to be, keeping these two levels in mind, we shall trade on a weekly basis. So once these levels are broken on the downside or on the upper side, our targets will be 17,490 and the last target would be 17,600. And obviously on the upper side, as I said, in the previous one, so on the ultimate target would be 17,700 will be our ultimate target on a weekly basis as well. Okay. So, and on the downside as well, if this crosses 16,836 is crossed, our next target is going to be 16,410. Since this is going to be a very important week, as I said, and this is going to be a budget week, we have a lot of news that are going to come in, as I said. And we have also seen last week, metal sector or IT sector and realty sectors are the major index markets have dragged the entire Nifty down completely. If you actually look at our markets on Friday itself, it has given a free fall of almost how many points? So 267 to 300 points almost. So which is not a small number to consider. So it's a big number, and 300 points and 250 to 300 points is a very big number to consider in a complete day, and that too in a Nifty. Okay, so having these levels in mind, we shall keep a track of resistance zones, okay, and support zones. Based on how these levels are behaving on a weekly basis, we shall take positions. Keep these levels handy so that it will help you in your trading week and the entire month as well. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you like the content that we are providing, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good day ahead.